What's up, y'all? It's your boy Just Willie B. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's another one. But earlier this week, y'all already know Joseline Hernandez. Joseline, do you really love me, Stevie? Do you love me like you say you do, Stevie? Stevie? Joseline did an interview with the infamous Wendy Williams. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Joseline, Joseline is one of the main franchise members from the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta cast, and she definitely helped put the show on the map. And so regarding some of her grievances during the interview is the reason why I wanted to go ahead and do this video. So if you haven't seen the interview, don't worry, I got you. The interview kicks off with Joseline. I took some notes. You got to take notes. But the interview kicks off with Joseline and Wendy, you know, during the whole COVID pandemic, the norm, webcam, Zoom interview. And I did later find out that Joseline had the option to come to the studio, but she chose not to. I can see why. But anyway, so the interview kicks off. It's about a 9-minute interview. And Wendy starts the interview by saying Joseline looks different every time she sees her. And so Joseline is like, well, I hope that's a good thing, or like, I hope that that's in a good way, because I don't know how to take that compliment. Wendy tried to smooth it over, of course, by saying, oh, no, it's a good thing. But if you say to somebody, you look different every time I see you, that's kind of like a backhanded compliment for me. But anyway, the interview kicks off and Joseline goes straight in after that. And I feel like Wendy kind of tapped into the frustration that Joseline was feeling, and Joseline was trying to push through and be professional and not be so like upset. And I can understand why she was. The interview kicks off, and I have to say both ladies really looked good. Joseline looked good. Wendy really also looked good, giving her condition and her health. I'm not gonna go in. I could go in and say that she looked like E.T. in a dress and a wig, but I'm not gonna do that because it's not nice. But both ladies looked good. Once Joseline kind of went in, it was hard to get the interview back on track. So what I want to do is start with Wendy and like the positives before I get into the meat and the potatoes of the interview. So I do want to give Wendy kudos for being professional up into like the 5-minute mark in the video, because Joseline was really giving it to her. Like Joseline was giving it to her, I'm not gonna lie. And as a talk show host, I probably would have cued my producers and been like, okay, I ain't got time. I'm too well in the game to deal with this type of disruption. I'm good. We gonna cut this interview. We not even gonna air it. You have a good morning. But I think it's live TV. So at that point, they had to roll with it. But I do just want to make a point and say that Joseline admitted that she told Wendy Williams' producers prior to the interview starting that she was not happy and she was very upset with Wendy, and she was gonna let her know that. So the producers kind of already knew the mood that Joseline was in, or the tone of the interview prior to going live, and they still chose to go live, and I gotta commend them for that. So overall professionalism, it was good. I was really rocking with Wendy up until she like threw the flowers at a point, like I think about 5 or 6 minutes into the 9-minute interview. Wendy got frustrated because Joseline kept saying, you need to give me my flowers for being a reality TV icon, legend, pioneer, all of those things that she is. And Wendy just became like upset, and she started throwing the production flowers, the set flowers. She started throwing flowers at Joseline, at the camera. And I thought that was just a bit overboard, you know, in a sense, because Wendy, like she said, you've been a TV maven, mogul, personality for years now, at least 11 seasons, I believe, or 9 seasons, however long. So at that point, you should be able to control your frustrations, because you sat through an interview with Omarosa who basically gave it to you, I think like your first or second season, Whitney Houston, Wendy, Wendy, Wendy. Oh, how I have waited for this day. That interview goes down in the book, the history books. Judge Mathis, you know, I can go on, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, like the list goes on with people who check Wendy, you know, periodically on the show. So it's not like she's never been checked before. So she should be able to deal with it, basically, is what I'm saying. But I have to commend her on her professionalism up until that point in the video. I also wanted to just say, Wendy, while I agree and I can appreciate you educating Joseline that there are equal parallels to both struggles, that she wanted you to acknowledge her struggle and you were trying to get her to see that there's a bigger picture as well, while educating her in that moment by saying that you've been in production meetings and you've been in the game for the same amount of time that you've been in the game, and you don't get equal pay as other male counterparts or other male interviewers. That may be true. However, don't be condescending and dismissive towards somebody else's point to make your point or try to like vindicate yourself. While you had valid points, that was a very teachable moment to say, you know what, Joseline, I have some similar struggles. What can we do to make our paths parallel and propel forward? What can we do to project the race of women and equality forward? Because that at the end of the day, that was the message: equality, respect, appreciation, recognition, you know, for what you do. And as Wendy indicated, she leaves work all the time feeling undervalued, underappreciated, but she doesn't make a fuss. She just comes in and gets the job done. And I'm sure that a lot of people, personally, I know I can relate. I'm sure you can relate, working your 9 to 5, and you feel like your boss is like not appreciative of the work that you do versus some of your other counterparts. I'm sure a lot of people in America can relate to that point that Wendy made. But I didn't like the fact that she was dismissive towards Joseline's point. Joseline has shown us that she can be a savage. So we know what she can do. We know what she can do via Love and Hip Hop. Every little smart remark that Wendy made, Joseline was catching it and throwing it right back, and vice versa. Every smart remark or comment that Joseline made, Wendy was doing the same thing. Joseline was able to really express herself in a way that I was really proud and impressed, because she either had to been taking Rosetta Stone or Hooked on Phonics is not hooked no more. Because Joseline reading some comments, and a lot of people were saying that they were disappointed that Joseline came on and basically used the interview to create a feud or beef with Wendy. And they don't see her getting booked on any of the TV shows. But honestly, Joseline has, when she's ready to, Joseline has been on syndicated shows. She's been on The Real as a guest. She's been on The Real as a guest host several times. She's been on Sister Circle. She's been on The Talk. Like, Joseline has been around. She's been around. And I'm sure if her team, her agency wants to like promote her and get her into those arenas, they can do it. Joseline is a likable personality, man. She sells. So if she wants to, I'm pretty sure she can walk into any door that she wants to walk into. But stop it. She's been on other TV shows. The receipts are there. Just go and look. Stop talking out the side of your neck out of hate or dislike for somebody, and start speaking facts for real. And I want to get into basically what she was saying about giving her flowers and other reality TV and people who may be similar to her. She told Wendy, I've been in this game, I've made so many iconic moments. I brought love and hip hop to the map. She like Joseline did that. Season 1 through 4, her, K. Michelle, and a few others carried that show to what it is now. And we gotta really give her those props. Entertainment wise, every Monday night, every Sunday night, people was tuning in to VH1 to look at Joseline and Mimi and Stevie J and look at what they had going on. Wendy was making money off of Joseline, talking about her on her show every other Thursday, Friday, Monday when they would come back in from the weekend. Every media outlet, every blogger, everybody was talking about Joseline. When Joseline hit the scene, yeah, we had New York. From I Love New York, we had Nene Leakes, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shout out to Nene Leakes. We had who else? We had Tammy Roman at the time, but Joseline came in on a whole new wave, and completely unapologetic. She stood in what she was. She didn't hide from who she was. Didn't pretend to be anything else. And I love Joseline for that. Like, I loved her for that. Like, she spoke her mind. She's from Miami, and you know what that is, 305 all the way live. Never mind what you thought. But I really kind of connected with Joss. I connected with Joseline. And so to see her today not today, but to see her in this moment, standing up and having so many so much substance and value, like it's like a full circle moment for me to see where she came. She has her own show on the Zeus Network. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did try to Google it to see who had the #1 show, but Nielsen is who does the ratings and the demographic for the syndicated shows. Somebody drop a comment and tell me if you able to find it, because I couldn't find it. I didn't see Wendy or Joseline having the #1 show, but kudos to both you ladies if that's the case. I'm not gonna knock it because I couldn't find it, but if it's true, kudos to both you ladies. But I also wanted to make a point and relate to Trina and what Joseline was saying about Wendy Williams. Every time she comes to the show, Joseline has to talk about salacious rumors and hot topics and sex and her outfit and plastic surgery and things like that. Nothing of substance. And I can understand why that would be frustrating, because if I'm here on business, if I'm here to promote a business, we can be salacious for a minute, but the main focus needs to be why I'm here, and that's to promote my business, propelling myself forward. And Trina, I hope you were watching this interview, because I leave a comment every single time I see you on the Breakfast Club, and I'm like, I thought you were here to promote an album. Why y'all talking about sex and your ex-boyfriends and who got your lips tattooed on their neck, X, Y, and Z, and we don't know nothing about your album? So it is definitely true that these media outlets bait these celebrities to come to these interviews and give them a 10-second segment on projects that they're there to promote, and they dig into rumors and craziness that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't blame her for getting Wendy together and letting her know, like, you can't play me no more. You can't, I'm not having it. I ain't having it. You want to make money off of me? You're going to make money off of me talking about what make me money. You're not going to talk about my private business. Some really good points that she made relating to giving her flowers and just demanding her respect, you know? And she's come a really long way, and I agree. She's not the person who we met on Love and Hip Hop Season 1. Do you love me, Stevie? Do you really love me like you said you do? She's not that girl no more. It shows, you know, she's grown. She's a mother. She's a fiance. She's a businesswoman. She's opening up other doors and opportunities for other women on Zeus Network. She has her own show, and that needs to be commended, and it needs to be spoken about, because what other reality TV star that you know started here and propelled themselves here, and now they're extending their arm out to help somebody else? I agree. Don't talk about Stevie J. Don't talk about Faith. Don't talk about child support. Talk about what I'm doing to help somebody else. Talk about what I'm doing to better myself. Talk about the good, Wendy. Stop being so petty and salacious. It's not good. You going through your own situation. You know God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. But I don't want y'all to think that this is a Wendy bashing video, because it's not. I do understand that Wendy has a job to do, as we all do. But again, there's a way to do things with tact, integrity, and respect. There's a way to do things. And you can do your job without attacking somebody or trying to belittle somebody or trying to paint a narrative. Just report the facts. And let, if you want to dish your personal opinion, dish it. And then let that be that. Don't try to sway somebody else to be a bandwagoner because you feel some kind of way for whatever reason you feel. And then towards the end of the interview, Wendy tried to say, I don't know why you're so angry with me, Joseline. And I'm glad that Joseline caught that. And Joseline, I'm glad that you caught that and told her that you're not angry. I'm just expressing to you my frustrations. And not only am I expressing to you my frustrations, I also want to commend you for being in the game longer than me and paving the way and open up doors of opportunities for females like Joseline to have a platform to do whatever it is that she's doing. Joseline did give that kudos to Wendy, but Wendy couldn't do the same for Joseline. And I, man. I can go on and on and on and on and on, and I don't want to do that, but I did just want to come and give small commentary on the matter and just say, as a people, overall, we got to do better in uplifting each other. When you see somebody doing good, a simple congratulations won't hurt. You know what I'm saying? A shout out won't hurt. A repost won't hurt. Won't hurt. You know, it won't hurt. So as a people, we all need to do better. Wendy, I know you watching. Listen to what I'm saying to you, lady, and stop being so petty all the time. Stop being petty. But anyway, it was a really good interview. It was short. I feel like they cut it shorter than it was supposed to be at some particular point. But overall, it was a good interview. Joseline, again, I'm proud of you for coming and speaking your mind and getting everything out there and saying everything that you needed to say, because there's a lot of people who agree with you. And I was looking at some celebrities who posted like a reaction or a response to the video, other reality TV stars that were in the comments and saying things that they agree, that they, you know, and so you're getting a lot of support. Thank you for speaking out. And again, as a people, we all have to be better. So y'all know what it is, man. Just a quick little video. Wanted to give my response, my reaction to that interview. It's your boy, Just Willie B. I want y'all to make sure you like and subscribe. I want you to leave me some comments and tell me what you think about my video, my content, any other ideas, any other videos you want me to review, react to. Definitely shoot me a DM and let me know what's up. Do you love me, Stevie? Like you really, really say you do? But no, I gotta go though. I got work to do. I got a job, baby. Peace.